Hi and welcome to the Edge Studios in a farmyard in the heart of the Cheshire countryside. We're here for a special lockdown gig from a singer-songwriter from Cheshire who writes wonderful, heartfelt stuff, and I know you're going to enjoy spending some time in her company for the next 3/4 of an hour or so. She's been away a while, but for one reason and another, but she's back now, we're glad to say. She has great charm and poise on stage, and also laughs most of the time. You might not see her laughing all the way through some of these songs, which are about serious things, but she is the giggliest company that you can keep, and I'm very happy that she's a friend of mine. With Mikey Calvert on the cello, enjoy Sam Lyon.
Hello, thank you very much for joining us. My name's Sam Lyon, this is Mikey, and this first song that I'm going to play is a song called Free, and I wrote this a few years ago when I quit my office job and decided I was going to go travelling around the world for a little while and just learn everything I could about places I was visiting and people I was meeting and just kind of remodeled my life as it was, and this is what came out of it, and it's a song called Free. I hope you like it.
I got a feeling, I don't know what for. My mind's so sick of being in the same four walls. I spent forever just learning everything that there is. So if I'm dreaming in color, why am I living in grays? And I'm not knowing where my feet are taking me. I'm just walking and I'm not knowing where I wind up. My mind is finally free. My, who am I now for seeing what life's like on the other hand? Spend the night by my side, I try and be brave. I was a one-sided story, now a patchwork of tales, and I'm not knowing where my feet are taking me. I'm just walking and I'm not knowing where I wind up. My mind is finally free.
So this next song is quite a new song, and it's not been recorded yet, and it's a song called Luna. And I was sat thinking to myself a while back about what it'd be like to raise children and that kind of thing. I'm getting to that age now where I guess children are coming up, and they're potentially, they're going to happen probably soon. I don't know, and I kind of had this thought then. I've always thought of my parents as being adults all the time. They've always known what to do. They've always just been adults. They've never been children. They've never known what I've been going through, and that's how you kind of think about it. But you kind of, when you get to the point where you're thinking about children yourself, you realise that your parents were also children at one point, and everything that you've been through in life, they've been through exactly the same thing. And it just kind of ended up falling into this song that was kind of about that, and it's a little kind of nostalgic-y thing about looking back on your own life and that kind of thing. So it's called Luna, and I hope you enjoy it.
Darling, you will be loved. My dear, I promise you'll have it all. We'll teach you why the leaves turn gold and wrap you up when they start to fall. Honey, we'll listen. We promise not to say a thing when you get angry, 'cause we don't understand. We'll play along with everything, 'cause once we were children, would you believe some things just need to stay a mystery? Life would be short if we knew everything. Darling, your eyes may grow tired and your arms grow weak, but please always take the time to hold me and look at me the way you always did. 'Cause once we were lovers, intense and sweet, something should never become history.
This next song is it's a very precious song for me, and even more so now, I guess. So it's a song called "Every Second Counts," and if you've seen me playing live before, then you'll know the story behind this song already, and it comes from a friend I had when I was about 18 years old, who unfortunately passed away very suddenly. And it was based around a phrase that he used to always say. He used to always say whenever anybody was feeling upset, they would always go and sit with him, and he'd always just say, "Nothing matters in the long run, just make every second count." And obviously at the time you don't think about it, but then after he passed away it became something very, very significant, and everybody got it tattooed on them, and naturally as a songwriter you think to put it into a song and create something magical with it. And I wanted to take that phrase and make something more inspirational rather than kind of sympathetic and tragic and that kind of thing. So I've taken it and put that twist on it, and it's more significant now than ever before. So please, please make the most of every second that you have, and I hope you enjoy this song.
Once we get to walk upon this earth, twice we get to make a mistake and learn. 3 times is enough to realize you're stronger than all of your doubts. And for me, live your days like every second counts. Fire and be fired at. Wear your love as a shield and a charm. And no, not all can be saved, but all can be loved. And for me, live happy here on. 'Cause when I'm 99, I'm looking back on my life, I wanna know I made it all that I could have. No, I made some bad decisions, but they made me wiser. And I can smile and roll my eyes and think back to all the beautiful times I had. And know I made every second count. 'Cause we're all faced with choices, we might choose wrong. It's a warp path of consequences and lessons learned. But if you hide away at risk of failing, then there'll be no sunshine to light the road. 'Cause when you're 99 and you're looking back on your life, you wanna know you made it all that you could have. No, you made some bad decisions, but they made you wiser. And you can smile and roll your eyes and think back to all the beautiful times you had. And know you made every second count. Every second, I'll make every second count. every second, every second. I'll make every second count, every second, every second. I'll make every second count, every second, every second. I'll make every second. Live your days happy from here on. Live your days happy from here on. Cause when we're 99 and we're looking back on our lives, we wanna know we made it all that we could have. No, we made some bad decisions, but they made us wiser. And we can smile and roll our eyes and think back to all the beautiful times we had. And know we made every second count.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hi, are you all right?
Hello.
Yeah, it's sounding lovely. Is it nice to be back playing?
It is. It's something I've debated it for a good while, thinking, do I do it? Do I not do it? Can I do it? Can I not do it?
I know. Well, I spoke to you, quite a few months ago when it was really tough.
Yeah.
I know it's still really tough, but
Yeah.
you were really questioning whether you'd even get back to it, weren't you, at that point?
Yeah. So, and it's funny as well, once you go out of practice, it's amazing how fast you forget things as well. And
yeah.
you just, it's like completely starting afresh. And it's, yeah, it is. It's finding your confidence again as well.
Yeah. And have you been able to work through some of the grief? Obviously, you lost your father, for those who don't know, which was a tragic event. And he was very involved and very supportive of you and your music. And have you been able to write new stuff which refers to him? Or have you been able to process any of it in that way?
Sort of. I mean, I haven't really even thought about music because he played such a massive role in my career, from teaching me guitar when I was a little kid up until releasing my CDs and things like that. He was everything to do with everything in it. And so even the thought of picking up a guitar, I just couldn't do it for a long time. And I ended up, my boyfriend came and brought me his piano. And I think because I never played piano, there's almost like a disassociation with that.
Got it, yeah.
And I found myself playing little bits every now and then when I just feel a twinkle of joy coming back, and I'd play a bit of piano, and then I would just vent all of my feelings into like a page. And I have written a couple of things, and I've put them on my Facebook page and things, just little ideas, and not anything kind of serious. I've not really sat down and thought, this is the next big thing that it's just a case for me of a release.
Yeah.
And that's been important, but also doing it at my own pace as well. And that's also been very, very important, not rushing into it.
Yeah. Well, I know you're going to talk a little bit about your dad a bit later on, but let's talk about some of the other things you've been up to, because you look fresh as a daisy. This time yesterday, you were like, what, 2/3 of the way through a 10-hour hike, weren't you?
Yeah. So we went up to Scarfell Pike yesterday.
It's quite a climb, old Scarfell. It's quite
indeed.
a gruelling old hike, that.
It is. I know. So I'm doing loads of training at the moment. So after my dad passed, we came across this local competition that was being run for young women in Cheshire to climb Mount Kilimanjaro.
Wow.
And I was sat there, and I'd spent so long just thinking to myself, I've got nothing to look forward to anymore. I don't even know what's worth fighting for anymore. I know it's awful, like, to say it out loud, but you do. You really just sit and you just look at what you've got at the moment, and especially with the lockdown, you don't have a great deal going on in your life at the moment. So, so I thought, I'll apply for it. And I got it. I had an interview with them, and I got onto it, and it's been crazy training ever since. So I've been up Snowdon God knows how many times now. We did Scarfell yesterday. So, thighs of steel by the time February comes round.
Because that was, what was it, 5 o'clock start yesterday morning?
Yeah, and we got back 11 o'clock at night. And we got to a service station on the way home, and we literally fell out the car.
Right. So you've done well to get through this today. You've got some stamina. So, and when will the Kilimanjaro thing happen?
So it's February. Well, February, hopefully February. We don't, with everything going on, we don't know, but hopefully February.
Yeah. I mean, all musicians are missing gigs, but I suppose it's been slightly different for you because you didn't want to perform anyway for the last few months, did you?
Do you know what? It's a funny thing because in a way, obviously, it's rubbish having no money and having no income and no job because that's my life. It's everything I do. It's my hobby as well as my job, and it's my social life. And to have all of that taken away is it has a massive impact on you. But at the same time, I have been so grateful for the lack of pressure of having to find work because it's not there. And to not have to think about work and to just sit back and just be able to compose yourself and do things at your own pace. Yeah. And I think if I knew that I had to go back to working all the time because I was doing 300 gigs a year, like a lot of stuff, and if I knew I had to keep doing that and I was panicking about, what have I've not filled this weekend and not this weekend and stuff, and I think I would have just been worse. Yeah. I think I would have been.
I think a lot of musicians are saying the same thing. It's a tragedy and it's hard and a lot of people are having really hard times, but actually I hesitate to call it a treadmill because that implies that it's a real grind, and it's not. It's a joyous thing most of the time.
Well, get into a routine. Yeah. It's just habit. You just do it without thinking.
But if people offer you money to go and play somewhere, you'll go. And so it's to be brave enough to sort of stop is something you would never do. But being forced to stop is a different thing. And hopefully if gigs come back, people will have had a chance to take stock and rebuild and kind of write new stuff and all kinds of things.
That's it. I think for a lot of people, it's given them the break they've needed. Yeah. Because it's like you go on autopilot. You do. You just carry on clocking up the hours without even realising how much you're doing. Yeah. And by the end of it, you don't realise how exhausted you are until you stop. And it's not until you stop that you go, oh my God. I know. Yeah, so I think we've all, it's a curse and a blessing.
Indeed. Well, we hope that we'll see you and everyone else out and about sometime next year. Let's hope so. Anyway, what are you going to play for us next?
So up next we have finally a happy one, a song called Beautiful Life. So this is quite a recent one. Played this on my tour, and I really like this one.
Okay, all right. Sam Lyon with Mikey, of course. Sorry, we didn't talk to you, Mikey, but it's all right. It doesn't mean we're ignoring. Actually, it does a bit. But anyway, here we go. Sam Lyon.
Thank you. Okay, the next one's a little bit chirpy. And this stems from I met this wonderful chap on the music scene in Chester, and he is as masculine comes. He's got a big beard and has like leather jackets and just honestly, he's the most wonderful person. But you look at him and you just you just go, he's a real man. and I found out when I got to know him a bit better. It turns out that he's a dancer and he was studying like ballet and things like that at university. And I was just like, whoa. And I said to him, I was like, I'm going to have to write a song about this, about, just not judging a book by its cover, which is exactly what I did. And this wonderful, wonderful beauty here was born as of that. And we got a music video put together and he featured in the music video as the dancer. So please go check that out if you haven't seen it already. It's a song called It's a Beautiful Life.
life, won't you come around and take what you need from it? It's a beautiful life, but the way that you hide says you're running away from it. Oh, oh, it's a beautiful life, but the way that you hide says you're running away from it. It's a beautiful life, won't you come around and be who you need to be? Oh, this ain't a masquerade, and you ain't a villain in disguise. This ain't a circus. This is just a beautiful life. Today is the dark, but tomorrow's an open door of light. This is a circle. This is just a beautiful life. Beautiful life, won't you let them inside? Show the world what they need to see. It's a beautiful life, won't you come around and be who you need to be? Oh, oh, 'cause this ain't a masquerade, and you ain't a villain in disguise. This ain't a circus. This is just a beautiful life. Today is the dark, but tomorrow's an open door of light. This is a circle. This is just a beautiful life. Oh, 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 this ain't a masquerade now. You ain't a villain in disguise. This ain't a circus. This is just a beautiful life. Today is the dark, but tomorrow's an open door of light. This is a circle. It is a beautiful life. You are a king. Oh, you are a queen in my eyes. See for yourself, 'cause this is just a beautiful life. You are a poem. Oh, you're a love story brought to life. It's like a dream. It is just a beautiful life. Yay.
Thank you very much for sticking with us. So I normally always finish with this song. I feel like it's got a real good grand finale feeling to this one, but I'm not going to finish with this one this time. And I'll tell you why a little bit later, but this is a song called Constellations. Again, it's got a nice music video if you would like to check it out. I'm in slow motion in a forest, looking really epic. And it was actually like -40 and I was freezing cold. But it looks really cool. It's called Constellations.
like a slow stream. I'm not patient like an old oak tree, but I'll trace the dots on your body sometimes, but I'll greet you with a smile, and I'll trace the dots on your body like constellations. It's you, it's always you.
I love that one so much. I just love what you do on that song so much.
Favourite?
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. So this is my last song of the session. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Mikey.
Thanks for having me.
And a massive thank you to Edge as well. Edge has been a huge part of my life since I was about 15 years old, in fact.
You got it in G, by the way.
Problem when you change keys of song last minute. and I wasn't going to play this, but I think I feel like I had kind of no option to play this one, and that's why I put it last. I always finish with Constellations, and I decided I'm going to play this song, then it's got to go at the end as like a I don't know, an honourable thing to do, I think, I don't know. This is a song called Until the Night Is Over. I must have written this song when I was maybe 14, something like that. So it's a very, very, very old song for me. And I never did anything with it for ages, but it was my dad's favourite song, always. And he ended up getting the lyrics of it tattooed on his arm. And then a couple of years ago, I decided for my dad's birthday I was going to re-record, just record the track and completely redo it in any way that I'd originally imagined it. And without him knowing, because my dad was very heavily involved with my music, he knew everything that was happening. He was always helping with everything that I was putting out and that kind of thing. And so I did this completely without him knowing. And I recruited like a little string section and a little choir. And we came to Edge and we recorded this amazing orchestral version of this song. And then we went to a cathedral, didn't we? We shot it in a cathedral. We did an amazing video, and I was in a lovely, elegant gold dress. And it just was the most amazing, epic thing. And we released it on his birthday, and he was so in awe of it. It was just incredible. And I feel like it would only make sense to finish with this song. So I lost my dad, I keep saying a few weeks ago, and suddenly a few weeks becomes a few months, and time passes so much faster than you think it does. It just flies by, and so this is kind of him. So we're gonna give it a go. It's called Until the Night Is Over.
Eyes, sweet eyes, so sweet like a melody to my ears. Sweet ears, sickly sweet, but every inch me craves. Your taste, every sense of mine goes wild, and I can't breathe, but I won't leave till the night is over. Let me know you're still awake. Light a candle and put it in your window. Listen for the whispers in the wind. Hear my song singing, oh, 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 oh. Singing I love you so, oh, oh, oh. I lie alone in the dark and the cold, and I wait and I wait, but I don't know just what I want. But you're stuck inside my mind, and I can't breathe, but I won't leave till the night is over. Let me know you're still awake. Light a candle and put it in your window. Listen for the whispers in the wind. Hear my song singing, oh, 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 oh. Singing I love you so, oh, oh, oh. 'Cause you know I love you so. Is it over before it began? You know I love you so. Is it over before it began? You know I love you so. Is it over before it began? You know I love you so. Is it over before it began?
Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. Thank you.